Hello, my name is Scuria-Herman, and today we'll be listening to All the Smartest People. Now, the reason why I wanted to listen to this Aesop rock song in particular, not only because it comes from a good friend of the channel, Ravenous Catalyst, who left a very nice comment. That comment I'm going to flash on screen right here for a second. He referenced in the comment that the suggestion was in this line that I had in the video without the faces, so it's de-individuation, which is the whole Stanford prison experiment with the excessive force used by prison guards. So A to B to A to B. I don't, or maybe it's A to B to C to D. Well, at first I say A to B to A to B, and then I correct it A to B to C to D, which was what I meant to say, but since he picked up on that, he liked what I had to say, just because I like being wrong and highlighting whenever I mess up. I just like that he commented on that and how he matched that line in particular to an Aesop rock lyric, and I thought that was very interesting and enticing, so just wanted to check that out. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Right here, first result. Beautiful. Okay, Aesop rock and Blockhead. Very cool. And there's a video for it and everything. I like when I get a video to look at, because instead of me just looking at a still image like with pigeonometry, I can actually comment on things happening, because I'm not always the best at commenting on the music. This time, however, I had an idea as it was playing. What I could do is just pull up the lyrics. So I could listen to a verse and then read the verse and then comment on it deeper. Very original idea. Anyway. First off, starting off immediately, the art style. All of this, like, he's very creative in just all forms. Just music, lyrics, and his videos, like the pigeonometry, little like animatic that we saw. I think that these are very cool and really, it's very exciting. It might just be the art student in me talking, but I always think it's cool when there's something like this happening on screen. Kind of reminds me, I guess, just the pose of it, but the Lofi Girl channel where I get all this background music from reminds me of that, like the pose of it. And I've seen like music artists like copy that sort of setup as like an homage, but I don't know, he's far bigger than the Lofi Girl, so for all I know, she's copying him.
Recently, my neighbor spotted me casing my own house.
I'm really just really excited by this art style. I know I should stop talking about the art style, but it's cool because the background itself keeps changing, like every frame, which is very, very unique, I'd say. Okay, let me listen to the lyrics. Let me actually listen to the song itself instead of getting distracted.
Recently, my neighbor spotted me casing my own house. I said I only really like to go in when I go out. You okay, dude? Yeah, you okay? Yeah, good.
Yeah, the comment was referring to how it's like two sides of a conversation, and that's why I referenced this part that's coming up. That's A to B or something like that. I forget what the specifics. We're gonna hear it soon. But I really like this first line that's starting out, where it's like talking about casing his own house. The reason why I like that is just because it has this innate sense of being a foreigner in your own home, which is something that I relate to heavily, especially given my current living situation. But this idea of a lack of safety when you're supposed to feel the most safe is something that really strikes a chord with me. I feel like I've said strikes a chord a lot, which is a bit too much considering that this is a song. Maybe it's just the perfect amount. Maybe I should stop talking.
Yeah, good. Alright.
I like that the motions of this Aesop on screen are sort of matching the lyrics, where he's like, yeah, okay, good. I feel like it really has a sense that we're looking inside his mind here, and this is sort of what's going on around him, where his background keeps changing in between every frame, but he stays constant, like especially this pause frame that I got right here, where he's just the only one on screen. I think that's very cool.
I know every black crow in the city by its first name.
That's a very cool line too, just because I definitely, probably from Ravenous Catalyst too, I've seen that line in comments on like previous Crows videos that I've made. I've made an unusual number of videos on the topic of crows. I haven't actually done on the topic of crows, maybe I should do that. I don't have much to say.
And its surname, and its bird call, and its birthday. Look, I'm cursed. Ran down Maine like a man on fire from a church. Mangy a scalp in a state. Angriest ice in the...
I was kind of gratuitous, but it's sort of like manipulation of this sort of like fluid art style, and then fluids coming from his face. It was very ingenious, I'd say. But I know every black crow in the city by its first name and its surname and its bird call. I thought it when I heard him, I thought it said, and its bird name, surname makes far more sense, and its bird call, and its birthday. Look, I'm cursed. Ran down Maine like a man on fire from a church. Very cool. So he's talking about sort of like religious excommunication as the sense of being like a foreigner in one's own home or hometown. So very cool. I like, because this video, like the entire presentation of it is about getting inside his head, and I like how these songs are sort of like this entryway into it. So that's very cool.
The world. Sun pipes up. Tell me, old man, how is it that you could even know that? It's not even a thing that scientists know how to measure.
Mangiest scalp in the state, angriest eyes in the world, sun pipes up. Tell me, old man, how is it that you could even know that? It's not even a thing that scientists know how to measure. I like that because it's sort of like going back to this idea of like rebelling against authority, because in the previous song, authority was this idea of this sort of like de-individuated cops, but in this, the authority is this sort of grandpa figure who is talking down to this younger character, or as some would say, grandson. I don't know why I said younger character there, but yeah, it's very interesting because it's not even a thing that scientists know how to measure, and talking about this innate sense of lack of belonging. And I feel like it's going into this idea of what comprises the human mind, and how could you even know what it comprises? Because that one Neil deGrasse Tyson quote where it's like, if the brain were simple, or maybe it was an Einstein quote, I don't know, a smart guy said it. If the brain were simple enough to where we'd understand it, we wouldn't be able to understand it. So, very cool.
Y'all should have seen a boy face. Nothing like a smug young punk realizing what his counterpoint ain't. All the smartest people that I know seem to teeter in a paranoid state. You can know it all and never know you haven't actually departed point A. Wait. You saying this a B? No, I'm saying you won't ever need to limit the addition when you're free. Whoa.
There you go. That's the line that drew me to this song. Y'all should have seen the boy face, nothing like a smug young punk realizing what his counterpart ain't. So here he's talking about, especially because of the mention of a counterpart, he's sort of going into this other side of the argument, as he keeps doing with sort of like with yeah, good, all right, that he was doing earlier, this sort of counterpoint. Now he's into this counterpart of the argument, where he's now going against himself, because now he's referring to the smug young punk who's like excommunicated from the church, but he's really just a foreigner in his own city. All the smartest people that I know seem to teeter in a paranoid state. You can know it all and never know. You haven't actually departed point A. Wait. You're saying there's a B. It's very cool, because only the fool perceives himself as intelligent, because a smart man will know just how much he doesn't know. But only a fool thinks he knows everything. So that whole idea of like the paranoia of intelligent men that that he sees, and it's this whole line, you can know it all and never know that you haven't actually departed point A. So it's just like you're only intelligent because of this limited perspective that you have, this small just frame of reference. And yeah, I made a whole video on that already.
So, what do you do when you get to Z? Bro, look, there's not a chance. I am not officially a ghost, invisible and slamming all the doors, a paranormal scrambling of phones. Look, there's not a day.
I just like the no, I'm saying you won't ever need to limit the addition when you're free. Whoa. So what do you do when you get to Z? And it's this logical fallacy of the slippery slope with the A to B to Z, and I think that's what he's referencing here. But it could also just be like the idea of optimism and setting your goals high. It's because he's at A, only just now knowing that there's a B, and then he's looking to Z. So that could be optimism, but it could also be a slippery slope. Optimism would be if it was good, slippery slope would be if it was bad. And I guess that all depends on your definition of freedom.
Bro, look, there's not a chance. I am not officially a ghost, invisible and slamming all the doors, a paranormal scrambling of phones. Look, there's not a day, a number isn't cupped in his hands. It's slowly reaching up into the sky, it's fluctuating under my command. Look, I don't use shortcuts,
I like this idea that he feels so foreign in his world that he doesn't feel human anymore, and he feels undead. I think that idea is very striking to me, where he's transcended, he's gone so far from the confines of society to where he's like excommunicated religiously enough to a point where he's lost the, bindings of humanity. I think that's very cool. Bro, look, there is not a chance. I am not officially a ghost, invisible and slamming all the doors, paranormal scrambling of phones. Look, there is not a day, an ember isn't cupped in his hands, it's slowly reaching up into the sky, it's fluctuating under my command. Look, I don't use shortcuts. So yeah, it's going off this idea of this sort of like paranormal activity to where he's so disconnected from his own life that he has become spirit. That's very cool. Yeah, let's just finish this up.
use pace cars, cut through a graveyard just to cut through another graveyard, just to cut through another graveyard. He's no longer on the radar.
That was very surprising how it cut off so suddenly. He's no longer on the radar, and then it, bam, cut off. And talking about, like, just to cut through another graveyard. There was this other music artist, I think it was Josh A, but I forget which song, where he was talking about how he lived close to a graveyard, and like how that was affecting him mentally. But yeah, wow, that was a strong finish there. Talking about just like, I don't use pace cars, cut through a graveyard just to cut through another graveyard. And then he's become so disconnected from his life that he's gone on to be disconnected from life, which could also be a metaphor for ending your own life. But I think that's a bit far to say from a 2-minute song, and it's definitively without knowing too much. So yeah, very interesting. I thought that this is very cool. The video itself, like the art style of it, was very cool. I liked looking into the lyrics. I'm probably gonna have the lyrics up from now on, because I think what I did with Ruby 81, where I watched the video and then went through the lyrics, I think that sort of left me a bit more bewildered. Let me check the comments real quick. Wait, you're saying there's a vid? I like that. You don't usually see darkness outside of my videos, so I am gonna need to go to sleep. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to stop by again, in 6 days it's probably going to be another one of these videos. if you want to tell me what to do, let me know down below. So, yeah, that's all that I've got. So, until next time, adieu.